Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, sir. We are Group 9. Would like to present the result of our work with the Times Mental Health Nursing. First, I will introduce our member, namely myself, Florentina, Aminah Herawati, Melanie Wulandari, Novita Sania, Olivia Agustin. Okay, next. Topic 1. Conversation 2. Work hour 3. Reading time and new reading 4. Present perfect tense 5. Vocabulary building. Next. David. Hi, who are Linda William? Aren't you?
Yes, I'm. Oh, your face is familiar. Right now, you David Smith.
Yeah. How have you been, Linda?
I'm good, thanks. How about you? I heard you moved to another town when we graduated from middle school.
I'm doing just fine, that's true. But last month, I came back here with little sister Lara.
Wow, I haven't not seen her in I guess. I guess she has grown up a lot.
That's true. She is going go to college this year, but I'm a little bit worried. Kinda going to be mental health nurse. It's dangerous. She is going to handle people with mental problems.
Wow, actually, I'm also a student of mental health course.
Really? Aren't you scared, Linda?
Not at all. I'm enjoying it. Well, become MHN might be stressful and emotionally draining job, but it is very rewarding as well. And it's not dangerous. I'm receiving so many training dealing with handling the patients. So don't worry.
Really? I have you hand lunch?
Not yet.
Let's have lunch. I want to ask some question dealing with the job. Is you understand my little sister choice?
All right, let's go.
Next.
Word power. Agitation, agitasi, alkoholis yaitu kondisi sakit karena terlalu banyak minum minuman alkohol. Amnesia, anestesia, anoreksia yaitu anoreksia, anxiety, kecemasan, aporex, pendekatan, assess, menilai, assessment, penilaian, autis, behavior, perilaku, bipolar disorder, gangguan bipolar, bulimia, concentrate, berkonsentrasi. Delirium, delusion, khayalan atau angan-angan. Demensia, depression atau depresi. Disorientation, disorientasi. Down syndrome, sindrom Down. Drowsiness, rasa ngantuk. Eating disorder, gangguan makan. Emotion, emosi. Hallucination, halusinasi. Healthcare center, pusat pelayanan kesehatan. Health mental, kesehatan mental. Illusion, khayalan atau ilusi. Injection, suntikan. Insomnia, long term, jangka panjang. Medication, pengobatan. Mental illness, penyakit mental. Multiple personality disorder, gangguan kepribadian ganda. Obsession, obsesi. Panik, paranoia, orang yang menderita paranoid. Personality disorder, gangguan kepribadian. Fobia, penyakit ketakutan. postur, perawakan, prescribe, menulis resep obat, perception, resep obat. Maaf agak lemah. Psikosis, yaitu penyakit kejiwaan. Psikotik, orang memiliki penyakit kejiwaan. Recover, menyembuhkan. Recovery, penyembuhan. Risk assessment, penilaian beresiko. Schizophrenia, short term, jangka pendek. Side effect, efek samping. Somnolent, stres atau tension, yaitu ketegangan. Stupor, keadaan pingsan. Swear, mengumpat. Treat, ancaman. Treatment, perawatan. Tremor, gemetaran.
Reading time. Level of anxiety. Anxiety has both healthy and harmful aspects depending on its degree and duration, as well as on how well the person copes with it. Anxiety has 4 levels: mild, moderate, severe, and panic. Each level causes both psychological and emotional change in the person. Mild anxiety is a sensation that something is different and warrants special attention. Sensory stimulation increases and help the person focus attention to learn, solve problems, think, act, feel, and protect himself or herself. Mild anxiety often motivates people to make change or to act in goal-directed activity. For example, it helps students to focus on studying for an examination. Moderate anxiety is disturbing feeling that something is definitely wrong. The person can still process information, solve problems, and learn new things with assistance from others. He or she has difficulty concentrating independently, but can be redirected to the topic. For example, the nurse might be giving preoperative instruction to a client who is anxious about the upcoming surgical procedure. As the nurse is teaching, the client's attention wanders, but the nurse can regain the client attention and direct him or her back to the task at hand. As the person progresses, the severe anxiety and panic, more primitive survival skill take over, defensive responses issue, and cognitive skill decreases significantly. A person with severe anxiety has trouble thinking and reasoning. Muscle tendon and vital sign increases. The person pace in restless, irritable, and angry. Or uses other similar emotional psychomotor means to release tension. In panic, the emotional psychomotor predominates with accompanying fight, flight, or freeze responses. Adrenaline surge greatly in increases vital signs. Pupil inler to let in more light. And the only cognitive process focuses on the person defenses. Next.
Next reading. Reading the following next, then answer question. Study support alternative model for personality disorder in upcoming DSM-5. Date May 10, 2013. A new alternative model included upcoming 50 edition of the American Psychiatric Association Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, DSM-5, lines up well with the current approach to diagnostic of personality disorder. According to study in the main journal of Psychiatric Practice, the finding lend support to Neil Hybrid model which combines the core dimension of personality disorder with various maladaptive personality traits found in individual patients. The finding, according to a study in the May Journal of Psychiatric Practice, the finding lends support to Neil Hybrid model which combines the core dimension of personality disorder with various maladaptive personality traits found in individual patients, according to the report by Leslie C. Morley, Payhit of Texas A&M University, Andrew A. Scudder, MD of the University of Arizona College of Medicine, and Columbia University College of Physicians and Surgeons. Hybrid model complies well with the DSM for diagnosis of personality disorder. Expert working on the law awaited DSM-5 to be published later this month. Recommendations substantial revision to the section on personality disorder. The proposed hybrid category is mental model including not only core information in personality functioning but also various combination of the palliative personality traits. Next. Combination of pathological personality traits associated with these candidates goals of the proposal include reducing overlap among personality disorder diagnosis, reducing heterogeneity among patients receiving the same diagnosis, eliminating arbitrary diagnosis threshold with little or no research disease widespread, addressing the aspects of the fake personality disorder not otherwise specified, providing diagnostic results that are related to level of impairment in a meaningful way. Although the proposal was endorsed by the DSM-5 task force, it was declared that the hybrid model required more research support before being fully adapted. Therefore, the hybrid model be referred to as an alternative model and placed in section of the DSM-5 which contain concepts for which further research is needed. Meanwhile, the main body of the DSM-5 will return the DSM-5 for criteria for personality disorder.
Concur was the new model was led to this papacy, but when DSM-4 and DSM-5, the definition of the same disorder, especially for diagnosis, showed as borderline, antisocial, and schizotypal personality disorder, for which a substantial body of research literature exists. It is important to evaluate whether threshold can be established. The profit should continued be between the SM4 and proposed the SM5 definition, the more and Coder with their study include a national sample of 300 307 patients were diagnosed under birth system by clinical family with next Turkers, the Rus Snower apparent between the DSM-4 diagnosis of personality disorder and the hybrid categorical dimensional diagnosis model proposed for DSM-5. The two models agreed with for various subtypes including borderline, avoidant, obsessive compulsive, antisocial, narcissist, and schizotypal personality disorder. Tradition DSM-4 categories of personality disorder can be rendered in terms of core impairment in personality functioning and pathological personality trait with Fidelity, Dermori, and Coda include the belief that finding sought ally first the translating pedes interpersonality functioning and trait them will be destructive to clinical practice or research. The researchers are at the definition of a personality disorder, interest of or impairments in personality functioning, and pathological personality disorder identifies personality pathology with its sensitivity and specificity and utility for treatment, planning, and prognosis of that those are brought out before to the using order method and samples Mori and further believe that finding support adopting the new category dimensional model for clinical diagnosis. Next, present
Present perfect tense. Pengertian atau definisi present perfect tense. Present perfect tense is tense pattern with a change in the form of the verb that is used to express an event or past event that is still continue until now. The formula present perfect tense. Present perfect tense. One nominal sentence atau kalimat nominal present perfect tense. Nominal sentence are sentences that do not contain verb, such an adjective, noun, and adverb. Come on, see the formula below. Pola kalimat affirmative atau positif. Subject plus have or has plus been plus complement. Negative subject plus have or has plus not plus been plus complement. Interrogative have or has plus subject plus been plus complement plus interrogative. Example positive. You have been a creative writer since 2018. Kamu telah menjadi seorang penulis kreatif sejak tahun 2018. Nah, negatif, we have not been hungry. Kita belum merasa lapar. Interrogative, has he been very busy this week? Apakah dia sangat sibuk pekan ini? Next. Verbal sentence atau kalimat verbal present perfect tense. In a verbal sentence, after the subject will be followed by a verb be. A verb well, this tense use the third verb alias verb 3. See the following formula. Positive subject plus have or has plus verb 3. Negative subject plus has or plus have or has plus not plus verb 3. Interrogative have or has plus subject plus verb 3. Example bentuk kalimat positif, I have eaten 3 a day. Saya suka makan 3 kali sehari. Bentuk kalimat negatif, they have not paid their order. Mereka belum membayar pesanan mereka. Bentuk kalimat interrogatif, have they surprised Cynthia? Apakah mereka sudah memberikan kejutan pada Cynthia? Next.
verb 3, kata kerja ini digunakan dalam perfect tense atau tense yang digunakan untuk menjelaskan suatu suatu peristiwa yang telah usai, baik present perfect tense maupun past perfect tense. Contoh kalimatnya, I have finished my project this afternoon. Lalu, she has cleaned her room. Verb 1, begin. Verb 2, began. Verb 3, began, artinya mulai. Lalu, break, broken, istirahat. Bring, brought, membawa. Lalu, cause, memilih. Do, did, done, melakukan. Draw, drawn, menarik. Now, tahu. Next. For time expression dalam present perfect tense, time expression real, sudah, just, sudah atau baru saja, terus recently, baru-baru ini, lately, akhir-akhir ini, ever, pernah, yet, belum, for, plus keterangan waktu yang menunjukkan masa lalu hingga sekarang, e.g. for house, selamanya, plus keterangan waktu yang menunjukkan pertama kali kejadian atau kejadian dimulai, e.g. sekian 2 hours ago, sejak. Next.
Regular and irregular verb. Regular verb bentuknya mengikuti bentuk base verb dengan tambahan kata di belakangnya. Perubahannya berlaku untuk verb 2 and verb 3. Verb 1 tetap berdasarkan base verbnya. Kata akhiran a ditambah dengan d, seperti serve menjadi served. Kata akhirannya y didahului konsonan maka diganti jadi it, seperti cry menjadi cried. Kata akhiran y yang didahului vokal ditambah ag, seperti play menjadi played. Kata dengan suku kata lebih dari satu dan akhiran konsonan yang diawali vokal maka menjadi ganda dan ditambah ed, seperti admit menjadi admitted. Kata kerja akhiran konsonan lalu digandakan dan ditambah akhiran ag, seperti rub menjadi rubbed. Kata akhiran c yang didahului huruf vokal ditambah k, seperti mimic menjadi mimicked. Kata akhiran I didahului huruf vokal lalu digandakan dan ditambah eg, seperti cancel menjadi cancelled.
Irregular verb, kata yang tidak berubah, seperti cut tetap cut, put tetap put, kemudian kata verb to dan verb 3-nya sama yang berakhiran ch, f, k, p, s, sh, seperti buy menjadi bow, been menjadi bound. Kemudian kata verb 1, verb 2, dan verb 3-nya beda, seperti drink menjadi drank, kemudian menjadi drunk. Kemudian break menjadi broke, kemudian menjadi broken. Next. Fungsi dan penggunaan present perfect tense dan contoh kalimatnya. Yang pertama, mengungkapkan suatu peristiwa yang setelah terjadi atau sudah dikerjakan. Example, I have swept the floor. Saya sudah menyapu lantai. Kemudian menanyakan sesuatu yang terjadi sejak suatu waktu di masa lampau yang masih berkaitan dengan saat ini. Example, she has lived here since 2000. Dia tinggal di sini sejak tahun 2000. I've been to Thailand 5 times. Have you ever been there? Saya pernah ke Thailand 5 kali. Pernahkah kamu ke sana? Kemudian mengungkapkan aktivitas yang sudah dilakukan, tetapi belum terselesaikan hingga saat ini. Example, Clara has not finished his homework yet. Clara belum menyelesaikan pekerjaan rumahnya. Untuk menanyakan kejadian atau tindakan yang baru saja selesai atau berakhir, menggunakan tambahan ditambah just. Example, have you just finished your exercise? Apakah kamu baru saja selesai berolahraga atau mengerjakan atau latihan? Kemudian I have just finished my tasks. Saya baru saja menyelesaikan tugas saya.